The NFL's last Thursday night football game was a disaster. The Colts were taking on the Broncos and both offenses absolutely sucked. They both played so bad that it made the game hard to watch, even for the fans in the stadium as they were leaving when the game was going into overtime. The game started off with the Broncos kicking a field goal to go up 3-0. To start the second quarter, the Broncos added another field goal onto their lead to go up by 6. The Colts were then driving down the field until Matt Ryan threw an awful interception right to a Broncos defender. It was looking really bad for the Colts here, but good thing Russell Wilson and the Broncos didn't want to play any offense either. The Colts then got their ball deep in their own territory, but Matt Ryan led them down the field, which looked like this was going to be the drive that they scored a touchdown. Sadly though, for everyone watching this game, Matt Ryan was sacked multiple times, leading the Colts to settle for a long field goal to go down by 3. The Colts then got the ball back and put together another drive getting to about the 30, but were sadly unable to get any yards after that play and had to settle for another field goal to tie the game up at 6. The next drive, the Broncos got the ball and Russell Wilson stepped up into the pocket and threw the ball really high up in the air into a group of Broncos wide receivers and Colts defenders, and the ball was actually caught by 2 Broncos wide receivers, but only after a ref was taken down with them. In my opinion, this is a really lucky play for Russell Wilson. This looks more like a jump ball with the Colts having an advantage of 3-on-2 players, and if that Colts defender doesn't hit the referee, I think he might be able to make a play on that ball. The Broncos then got the ball to the 10-yard line, but on second and goal, surprising no one, Russell Wilson was sacked, as there was 10 sacks throughout this whole game for either team. Then on third and goal, Russell Wilson was fairly well protected throughout the rest of this play, but then ended up throwing the ball through the back of the end zone. The Broncos then attempted another field goal, but it was blocked, which left the game tied at 6. The next drive, Matt Ryan felt really bad about his special teams blocking the field goal, so he threw an awful interception right to the Broncos to give him another chance. And these really are awful interceptions. I mean, he's throwing it right to the defender there. I don't know what's going on. This next play, you can't really blame Russell Wilson. He threw a nice pass to the end zone, which should have been a touchdown, but Andrew Beck dropped the touchdown pass, leading to 3rd and 10. Then on 3rd and 10, Russell Wilson overthrew his wide receiver who was going into the end zone. Then, as you can guess, they got out the kicking unit and they kicked in another field goal to take the lead 9-6. As the third quarter was winding down, Russell Wilson and his Broncos had the ball again. He threw an amazing pass to Mike Boone, who ran the ball up until the 35. Maybe this will be when the Broncos finally score a touchdown. Nah, everyone knew that wasn't going to happen because Russell Wilson just threw a jump ball to the other team. I mean, who is he throwing this ball to? It looks like me when I'm playing football in my backyard. I'm just chucking the ball up and hoping someone catches it. Like, what? Anyway, the Colts had a decent return on the interception, but then Matt Ryan was sacked on 3rd and 10, which forced him out of field goal range and forced him to punt. The Broncos then got the ball back. 2nd and 3, Russell Wilson dodged the tackle, but then goes down with the sack. Now, I kind of want to put this sack on Russell Wilson because it looks like he has a few wide open wide receivers, but I'm not sure if he's able to see them due to the pass rushing. As most people had already turned off their TV and went to bed with 4 minutes left of the 4th quarter, the Broncos were driving. I was calling all my friends and family. I was saying, turn the game back on! Turn the game back on! They're gonna score a touchdown! Then on 3rd and 8 from the 35, Russell Wilson threw a completion and the ball was just 2 yards short of the first down. But Russell Wilson manned up, got the ball, and threw a completion right over the middle of the field to keep the drive alive. The Broncos kept getting closer and closer to this goal line. Everyone watching at home was on the edge of their seat. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat. I was shitting my pants. I was nervous as hell. The Broncos are going to score a touchdown. There's going to be a touchdown in this game. Then on 3rd and 4 from the 13, Russell Wilson hiked the ball, dropped back, threw a pass to the end zone, and it was intercepted. Another blinding interception in this game. I honestly can't comprehend where these quarterbacks are throwing to in this game. If you look, this ball is way underthrown and it's right to the defensive player. And after this play, as you can guess, the fans had the boos coming in right away. The Broncos fans actually started booing the Broncos in the 3rd quarter. They showed this guy for a little bit who was absolutely pissed off that he has to go to work tomorrow. Then this lady screamed loud enough that the broadcast picked it up. And these two guys still look like they're having fun at least. They show the really heartbroken man once again. And then I don't really know what's going on here, but yeah. So with 2 minutes left, Matt Ryan needs to lead his team to a field goal. And then that happened. You really can't tell what happened too well if it's not in slow motion. The ball actually went through the Broncos player's hands, bounced off his chest, and then was caught by the Colts. And it just keeps getting better than that as Matt Ryan fumbles the ball and just recovered it in time to keep the drive alive. Matt Ryan then underthrew a wide open wide receiver for a nice gain. Then they got the ball to about the 7-yard line, but were unable to get a first down and were forced to kick another field goal, which they tied the game up at 9. Then as Russell Wilson took a knee to send the game into overtime, a bunch of Broncos fans started leaving the game.
German. Anyway.
They're leaving. The Broncos fans are bailing.
They've had enough.
It's 9-9. They're like, the heck with it. I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out of here. That's crazy.
Sometimes you just got to beat the traffic. Okay.
Said the heck with this. I've seen enough.
Then overtime actually brought everything full circle. Matt Ryan and the Colts got the ball first and actually started to put together a nice drive. But sadly on 3rd and 4, Matt Ryan held the ball for a little bit too long and then decided to scramble a little bit too late and was unable to reach the first down. This led the Colts to kick, as you guessed it, another field goal to go up 12-9. The Broncos then got the ball and needed a score. The Broncos drove down the field fairly fast after a big run by Mooney, followed by Russell Wilson finding a wide open wide receiver to get the ball all the way to the 15. The Broncos wanted a touchdown to win this game and ran the ball on 2nd and 7 from the 11 but got tripped up just 2 yards short of the first down. You can see it in Wilson's eyes here that buddy is stressing. The Broncos then were unable to get the first down and decided to go for it on 4th and 1 instead of tying the game, which Russell Wilson then threw an incompletion to seal the win for the Colts. Overall, one of the worst NFL football games ever that I have watched, and really disappointing for Russell Wilson.